So today's finally the day that we're getting the new gameplay trailer for the Sims 4 Lovestruck expansion pack, and I personally am looking forward to seeing what this is all going to be about, because the whole premise behind the whole EP is like love, dating, spicing up your love life, destroying it or fixing it, whatever it might be. But what really caught my eye in the actual trailer was the Cupid's Corner dating app, and I really want to know more about that, because essentially it's like you can make a profile, save the Sims that you want to date or like talk to, but I want to know a little bit more in depth about it. So I have a lot of low expectations so I don't have any disappointment, but I am looking forward to seeing how it's all going to work.
Today we're talking dating. Let's get into it. It's Karina back with more of the advice
Karina.
you need to hear. Dating can be scary,
Yes.
but it doesn't have to be. Love is everywhere around us, but some Sims still don't know how to find it. Like this guy.
Oh,
He's been on that dating app for like half an hour now.
Ooh.
But I found his profile. Aw, he's romantically reserved. He just needs to make a connection before he feels that spark. When you match with someone, I always say you should go for it and immediately try and
Add a
plan a date.
contact,
You
suggest
choose
a
what
date.
type of date you're looking for,
Wait.
where you want to go, and what you want to do.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
maybe you're both foodies or into gym dates.
Oh,
Sometimes you just want to go dancing.
I mean, dance
For
is
me,
also good.
I'm all about the friend date.
Oh, that's so cute.
If it's something you enjoy, you'll have fun sharing it with someone else. Maybe don't bring your mom to the first date, though. Obviously, not all dates are gonna be good. Sometimes there's just no vibe.
Oh, you need to calm
There might
down.
be someone that really turns you off instead of on.
Ah,
Maybe you get up and leave before the date is over.
like, hey,
Honestly,
go.
good idea, babe. That was red flag after red flag. But let's
it's
say
okay.
it does go well. Just look at these two. They're clearly attracted to each other, just absolutely love-struck. Look how easy it is for them. That guy has some serious romance skills. They're vibing, they're thriving, they're, actively making out in public. Whoa, good for them. Now those two, I'm not so sure about.
Ooh.
Don's well known for being pretty open about his various relationships,
And a
but it
hot
seems like
mess.
she might not be cool with that. This might not end well if she's the jealous type.
I will burn down your house.
So what happens after the first date if you're looking for something long-term? You've got to keep things
Iggy.
interesting after the honeymoon period. Pay attention to your partner. Put the effort in.
Romance
And give back to the
repair
wooing.
Ooh,
And woohooing.
ooh.
Level up your romance skill whenever you can. I'm talking gifts, flirting, fun and games in the bedroom, or somewhere more adventurous if that's your thing. I don't judge, whatever.
Oh,
We live in a world where opportunities for love are around every corner. Whether you're looking for your soulmate or just living for the drama, get out there and make your move.
oh, that's so cute. So after watching the gameplay trailer, I have a few notes here and there, and I have to say it looks really cute, honestly, but I want to see a little bit more in depth of the Cupid Corners app of like setting up the date, what kind of date we want to do, all the options, because I saw a few things like woohoo, look under the stars, and a few other things that I definitely will like look through and dissect. I'm looking forward to like playing around with it, setting up the dates, saving for the contacts to chat later, and just have fun, especially with my elders, because I feel like my elders don't really get a lot of action going on, especially knowing that elders are kind of, in the terms of The Sims 4, fragile. If they woohoo 2 times in a row, they will literally die, which is not a fun thing. And so I find if I'm going to make my elders' lifestyle more spicier and more fun and just adventurous, I might as well play around with the Keep It Corner app, but also see what it's like to repair a broken marriage or a broken relationship with the repair, romance date feature. Either way, nonetheless, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to talk more about with the Keep It Corners app and how to set up the date and also all the options of like planning out a date, because it looks like where if you have the Sims 4 seasons, it's just like how you set up a holiday and you have like the name or like in all these like little different traditions that you can choose from. So I'm thinking it's like a little bit like that, but a little bit more, choosing where to go, what to do, how you want to do it, and just seeing that the end result. And it looks like there's some rewards and some goals you can actually set to complete it, to go from bronze to gold and just get something really cool out of it. But we're going to go through the gameplay trailer and kind of go frame by frame a little bit to see what we are getting new, especially going a little bit more in detail and giving you my opinion about the Cupid Corners app. So as we go into the trailer, we are introduced to a brand new sim named Karina, who is basically giving us dating tips on how to basically spice up our love life in The Sims 4 Lovestruck. And I really do hope that she's actually in the game where we can talk to her, date her, or whatever, to give us some dating tips on how to better our love lives in The Sims 4. But as we kind of move forward in the trailer, we are introduced to like other Sims of pointing out like their features of romantically reserved, Sims breaking up, knowing a little bit more on how to make it more compatible on both Sims. We have a romantic family here. We have this Sim here who goes on the Cupid Corners app, and we find out that he's romantically attracted to women and interested in woohooing with women, looking for a young adult, an adult, no elders, but he describes himself as creative and romantically reserved. So he has a little bit of a hard time of expressing his love towards people and makes it a little bit awkward. I'm like saying, hey, I think you're really pretty. I think we should date. You want to kiss me? Hee hee hee. And it's kind of scary to profess your love to someone, if that makes sense. And so it does make the gameplay more realistic in a way if you are not comfortable expressing your love to somebody, or you really love somebody and you just want to like go full on out there like Don Lothario. You can see the different sides of the personality of a sim based off of their traits. But I'm really looking forward to like playing around with all the traits that we're getting, especially on how it affects their love life or their friendship. Like you ask, like you tell your friend saying, hey, I love you, but they don't love you back. It's gonna hurt like no other. But I think it's gonna really spice up the storytelling at the end of the day. And that's kind of usually how I see it, where there's like consequences, but there's also like a positive consequence to how they react to certain things. So going back to the dating app, it looks like there are different options of Sims that Yoltik can actually choose to date or talk to. And Ariana is an adult who's family orientated, but a loner, and that's actually a trait of a turn on for Yoltik, which I think is a really cool thing. So I do wonder on how many turn on and turn offs you can choose from. Is it like hair, clothing, traits, personality? I want to know everything about it to see how many turn offs we can choose from and how many turn offs we can choose from. Because the way the likes and dislikes are, I think you can only choose up to 50, I'm pretty sure. And so I'm wondering if that's like the same case. Choose up to 50 turn on and turn off options based off of like what your sim is looking for at the end of the day. Ooh, Zoe for Yoltik's profile here, love bug, but a snob, and that's a turn off for Yoltik. Interesting. Okay, and Liberty Lee is clumsy, and that's a turn on for Yoltik. Okay. And you can save them. And when you save the Sims, you can go to your save little tab here, suggest to create a date or add to contact. And so I'm assuming when adding to contact, it goes to your relationship panel, and you can like click on the Sim in your relationship panel that you just found on the dating app, chit chat with them, text them, hang out with them before going on a date, or literally straight up like delete, no thank you, swipe left, I don't think so. And so it says you can plan an event, get to know you date, romantic date, or romantic repair date. So there's 3 different social event options. And for the get to know date, it says the main objective, complete goals during your get to know date based on your activities you choose. These can be completed by your host sim around the venue of your choosing. The gold level reward includes a new item. Maybe sparks will fly, or maybe the flames will fizzle out. It's time to uncover whether there is potential for a romance between your Sims by getting to know each other better. Or maybe your sim had already head over heels and had a casual date is just what they need to deepen their bond. It's bound to be an unforgettable adventure. And I kind of like that because like even though it's like a date, but not really technically a date, you're getting to know each other on a either personal level or a professional level, depending on what it might be. And I think it's kind of a great way to of course get to know your other people. Let's just say for example you are working with your coworker and you really love them so much but you're romantically reserved and you don't know how to ask them out on a date, but you say, hey, let's have a lunch meeting at this lovely little restaurant. So you set up a date for a get to know you date, chit chat about work, chit chat about your personal life, and kind of just slide that right on in and saying, hey, I think you're a little pretty. I think you're a little handsome. Let's get to know each other a little bit better for another lunch meeting at my house. And so I really like the little get to know. It's not too forward, but it's comfortable, if that makes sense. And then you can plan on where you want to go and then also select the activities. Minimum 3 required. And so there's socialize, be romantic, be friendly, be funny, drinks, food, physical intimacy, woohoo, TV, star or cloud gaze, board games. Ooh, okay. I do wonder. I'm thinking that with the whole planning the date is that you can only choose up to like maybe 5 because it looks like the actual like Sims 4 seasons where you can choose what traditions you want to do. And I think you can only go up to 5 or 6, but it looks like based on the slotting and the spacing, it looks like only 5 you can choose fun. But maybe there could be more. I don't really know. But I do like how it is, fun. I cannot wait for modders to make some more little activities. It's going to be really, really cool. And also going back to some of these Sims over here, I really love this hairstyle and the beard. And I also love these gloves. I really like that. And I also love this pink hair too. Very nice. I do wonder if there's like a gym in the new world. I would assume there is because then like you want to go on a workout date with somebody instead of like going to a restaurant. I think that's also pretty cool. And I kind of noticed like there's more tattoo options with the Sims. You have a little hand tattoo. There was like a neck tattoo on some other Sims. And it also seems to me like there are new photo selfie poses because I've never seen this before in my entire life. And I've also never seen this. So I am looking forward to seeing new photos to put on the wall saying, oh, it's me and like so-and-so's first date. Let's take a little selfie, like, hello. And then you put it on the wall and then you eventually go on a second date and a third and then a fourth and somehow you get engaged and then married and you have kids or you adopt. And it's like saying, this is when we were on our first date back in like 1982 and it's the year 2024. It's like a good love story connection that you can tell literally anyone in the world. So I kind of like that. But also this sim brought their mom to their first date ever, and it kind of goes back to like your teenage years. You go on your first date but your parents go with you as like a chaperone. I find that kind of cool for storytelling. But this sim right here is like, oh, you brought your mom to our first date? Really? Are you sure about that? He's kind of nasty, brought his mom to his first date. He's a little bit forward. That's a red flag. He gotta go away. And so she's like, I gotta get up and go, saying, oh, hey, Charlotte, you want me to come home, feed the cat? Oh, is I doing good? Like, okay, I'm on my way home. And then the mother's like, it's okay, son. It's okay, Reginald. You'll get the next one. It's okay. It's okay. And I kind of like that you're comforting like the sim, I guess, from like a bad date or like feeling sad about something. But I do like the idea. And I also really love this build too. And these are the 2 Sims that we saw in the main trailer, and they were getting a little bit freaky and wild up in there, especially in public. But I still like the idea of like these Sims are very, very compatible, especially with their romantic self. And I really love this curtain. I love this door. Looking at all the objects in the background for a second, is I see like the axolotl, which looks like a thing that you can catch in the wild. And if you remember from the Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat, we were having like bugs, centipedes, butterflies that you could capture and then eventually put them in like this little glass case. It looks like this as well, that you can capture it just like the Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat and other things. But I really do like the idea of all this. We have new railings and new stairs, some new zebra tiger print wallpaper, a lot of new things, new chairs, new tables, new candles. Is that a llama? It looks like a llama over there, but you never know. You can see that Don Lothario has all these turn on and turn offs. He doesn't, I think it's like hardworking Sims or cerebral Sims. He loves woohoo and he loves the color red, but this Sim over here loves hardworking Sims, I assume, hates woohoo and loves the color red. So that's why she's attracted to Don, but he is kind of not, because like, she ain't wearing red, but he's like, I'm here. But honestly though, he's like, there's that Sim across the way who's all in red and kind of like my style. And she's like, I don't like that. And so henceforth, she gets a little bit angry and like, I'm gonna burn your house down. Touch him one more time and we're gonna have some words. But I do like the general like jealousy that you can feel and see between these two different Sims based off of their turn on and turns offs. So it looks like it's going to be a lot more interactive when it comes to general gameplay and NPC Sims around to see what they're like, whether they break up autonomously or they propose autonomously or just have general fights autonomously. And I kind of miss where The Sims was a little bit more messier, especially knowing how Sims reacted based off of their relationship. Like in The Sims 2, if you were kissing somebody in another room or in the same room that you were like romantically involved with, even though you were already married or in another relationship, that Sim will react negatively and then slap you and maybe fight the other Sim. And so I kind of like to see how that all comes into play. But in this frame, we do see Bob and Eliza Pancakes in their early years when they just got married. So they love each other very, very much. They got Iggy Pancakes as a toddler. And as the honeymoon phase kind of drizzles out, they feel a little bit, stagnant, a little bit unpredictable and not feeling too sure about their relationship, whether they want to stay married or they just want to get divorced. Because Eliza found out that Bob is a little bit of a slob and not really well upkept and kind of lazy. And she's like, hey, get yourself together or else. And it's like, I don't care. So she schedules a romantic repair date for a little rendezvous to the Woohoo Lounge. But I like this. I kind of like where you can repair your romantic relationship with somebody else. It's kind of like couple counseling, but in a different way. But I like that Bob was like using breath spray for his mouth. I love this dress right here with Eliza, and I love this red top for Bob. It's like very interesting. And so this building right here, the way they teleported in, it looks like a rabbit hole where they walk in, do what they want, woohoo, and have a good old-fashioned time. But I do want to know how many options there are for this general building itself. But going back to this frame right here, this lovely card game right here is so interesting and reminds me of Cards Against Humanity, which is not a very family-friendly like card game to play, especially with your parents or kids or anything. It's a grown adults game. And I find that's what this is, but a little bit more spicier, saying pick a card, any card. It's like, pick a card, any card, and they choose the right one and they eventually do something a little bit wacky and crazy, experimenting. But I think all this is very cute. This looks like the heart-shaped bed that we got from The Sims 1, and it looks like also it vibrates, like The Sims 1 Hot Date, heart-shaped bed, and even the one in The Sims 2 that vibrated. Kind of crazy, kind of messy, but I kind of like it at the same time. But overall, with that being said, do let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments of what do you think of the Sims 4 Lovestruck gameplay trailer and the actual trailer itself, because we only see a couple of minutes of 2 videos and we still don't know everything about it. But based off of what I've seen myself is that the big feature is the Cupid's Corner app and how to respark your love, whether it's, a broken marriage, a broken relationship, getting to know someone, or just wanting to go on a romantic date by picking where to go, what activities you want to do, and just overall figuring out your turn on, turn offs, and finding the one or the ones to date. Like Don Lothario, we will date anyone that is breathing, walking, and has a heartbeat. It's a true statement. It will happen. But nonetheless, The way I'm gonna rate this pack as of right now of what I've seen and read, I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10 because even though it's like a very high rating, I feel like for me, I still don't know everything, but I am looking forward to like re-sparking that connection with my love of The Sims when it comes to like my elders and my young adults and adults who are having trouble with being, single or a broken marriage or a broken relationship. 9 times out of 10, it's usually my fault that my Sims are single, broke, and alone. But I'm willing to fix that eventually somewhere down the line with a new expansion pack. But give me all of your thoughts and opinions because at the end of the day, a pack is a pack. You don't have to buy it, but it is something that I would love to have a discussion about because the more we talk about it, the better we kind of, can work together as a team to send to the dev team to saying, hey, we like this feature or we don't like this feature. Can you change it in this type of way in the new pack or in a future pack down the line? But overall, with that being said, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!